changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike,
We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Foxborough. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Schultz is the motion man. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Third down and 9. Now Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake Maye.
From a talent standpoint, Drake Maye has every physical quality that you're looking for to play modern-day NFL quarterback. He can, of course, make all the throws. He's big, strong, and he is a very good athlete. He just needs some time. He needs to sit back and wait for his opportunity to play. Looks like that day is today, and I think if he goes out and plays to that potential, this is the first step of him becoming a legitimate NFL franchise quarterback.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Throwing on second down, Maye will try and set up the tight end screen. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, New England.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll go play action with Maye. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, it's Maye. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 4th down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England. Robert Woods back to return for the Texans. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Texans offense ready to get going with their second possession. They had that lightning bolt to open the game. The long touchdown. They'll try to build on the lead now. This drive begins 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's complete to Diggs. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the option, they give it to Mixon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he will score. Take Dell. Touchdown, Texans.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw now, Maye. That is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Maye. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, 4. Here's Maye to throw it on 1st down. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. throw again is Maye. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Third and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Maye. Going for it all. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll be 3rd down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
They'll throw here on 3rd and the pressure too much, and he goes down.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Maye. That'll be complete to Gibson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. On the ground, Gibson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Throwing on third down is Maye. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's Bryce Behringer now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Back to throw, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Stroud. Going up top. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think there, fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
On second down, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now, Maye. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Maye going to look to throw. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing is Maye. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. The throw on the run is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, it's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Maye. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
The motion man here is Bourne. Maye now on 1st and 10. This one complete to Bourne. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Maye. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Stevenson's got a first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Patriots first down. To throw now, Maye. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's Henry Toto on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. It's Maye. In trouble, and down he goes.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
On 4th down, out comes Joey Stroud for the Patriots field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Sly's kick is good. And the Patriots cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And this will be a Texans first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Schultz is the motion man. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Mixon. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So, on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He'll bring this up to the 22. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Second down and 8. To throw is Maye. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Here's Maye to throw it on first down. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, here's Maye. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
The second down throw is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on third down is Maye. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, New England. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for two. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
The offense staying put. They will go for two.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point.
Here's Maye again. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
With down 3 scores and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Maye. Throwing right, it's taken in. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
To throw on first down is Maye. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Maye to throw on second down. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Maye to throw again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings us 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run here with Gibson. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Second and goal. Now Maye. And he will get into the end zone. Drake Maye. Touchdown, Patriots. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Patriots are able to cut into the deficit. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. Past midfield.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. First and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll go right back to Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down for Houston.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now Mixon, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Jamie Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. To return is Jermichael Hasty. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Maye. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Demario Douglas. Touchdown, New England.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Pats will cut the deficit to 7. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E.